Hello and welcome to another episode of Sport and Pastime. I'm Faisal Sharif, and unfortunately, Prem Panikar won't be joining us today. He had a last minute emergency, so he's not going to be there. But it's not all disappointing. I've got a very, very special guest today who's going to discuss, amongst various things, the IPL, women's cricket, and of course, some great stories from his playing days. Want to welcome Mr. Kiran More. Uh, I don't know
Thank
how
you,
to.
Faisal.
Thank you so much for being on the show, Mr. Mori. I don't know how to introduce you. Former Test cricketer, one of the finest wicket keepers in the world, former chairman of selectors, responsible for bringing so much talent, unearthing so much talent in India that I think today half of them are probably playing IPL and have created their careers and, of course, even played for India. So, Mr. More, let me start by asking you the first and most important question. How do you go about identifying talent? What do you do? What do you look for when you identify talent?
Actually, you have played cricket, so definitely, you should have the eye, which player to spot, So I think if I reveal it, I think it's not good for me. My bread and butter will be going. And you have to keep your eyes and ears, your keep your eyes and ears open all the time. That's very important. And it's not only watching any first class game. You're just watching anything. You get some videos. You get a lot of people contact you. Then you just go to some academies and follow. You see there what is happening there. I think you go to the net practice somewhere. You're watching Ranji Trophy or watching any junior cricket. It's not just one day you're watching any player. You need to watch that player a couple of times, three, four times, and where he's doing, what he's doing. You need to follow him. That's very important. It's not just overnight. Just you go and pick somebody. So I think scouting is that it's not easy, but you have a lot of patience. And understand the person's what is he doing on the field, off the field. That's a very very important area we need to.
So, Mr. More, is there like the Mumbai Indians are really known to be some of the best scouts, and you are of course leading that group. How has Mumbai Indians managed to unearth such amazing talent? We've just seen some fantastic talent in the IPL this season. You've had a very interesting spinner who's just come on, and you've had a seamer who's come on. It's just fantastic. How have you all gone about doing it?
I think it's we have a good team. So I think the good team is we have good former cricketers who take care of it. And we go all over India. It's not that everybody does, and most of the team does it now. It's not that Mumbai Indian does it, but every team does it now. They try to see what MI does it. And most of the players, we have their good quality. T.S. Shekhar is there. A lot of cricketers are there. Rahul Sangvi and R.P. Singh, Vinay Kumar, a lot of Saurabh Tiwari. So a lot of players are there, so take care of everything. And we just go around. I think it's normal. Go and watch the game, like you're watching a game at Wankhede Stadium. Or watching a game at Shivaji Park. That's what you do
Correct.
actually.
Right. Mr. More, you've almost now been witness to, as a player, as a chairman, over 4 decades of Indian cricket. You've seen it change from the time that India tried to draw test matches to, beginning to win overseas to now dominating world cricket across all formats. Almost, we'll come to the test cricket part later. But I wanted to understand from you that if we just look at the IPL as a microcosm, what do you think has changed? The game of IPL is changed a lot now. Is it now predominantly just a batsman's game, or is there scope for a bowler?
No, I feel that IPL has given a great platform to most of the cricketers in Indian cricket. I think they are rubbing shoulder with the top international players, especially the young guys. So they have become fearless. Initially, they had problems for 7, 8 years, but now they are more fearless. Their body language has changed. When you said about overseas also, that when we go abroad, I think people look at you and the body language of the players are fantastic. I think they can believe in themselves. I have played against this ball. I have played against Hazelwood. I have played against Stark. so that he knows what he does, what he bowls. So at least you have played along with that, you have shared dressing room, so at least you have more confidence. Earlier, we used to go on tour, but we had never played against them. Then suddenly you play against them, and there is a complex. And now the things have changed a lot. Earlier also we went on the tour, we wanted to win all the time. It's not that draw test matches, but we always wanted to win the test match. And the limitations, you need to see how we can tackle the opposition. And coming back to IPL, I think IPL has done fantastic for Indian cricket, and it's going to produce more and more cricketers, from IPL. And the
Right.
domestic, BCCI
Okay.
has also done, yeah, when you look at the domestic structure, also it has come up really well. See, on domestic cricket also, I think people talk about only on IPL, but people see in IPL. So most of the things happens in domestic cricket. So I should give a lot of credit to the state associations as well and the BCCI also.
Also, Mr. Mora, I think a huge chunk of that credit should also go to the franchisees, the 10 franchisees of the IPL, the effort that they put in unearthing talent, and then those players going on to even represent the Indian cricket team as well as for I mean, just for example, look at David Warner, played in the IPL and then had such a fantastic test as well as a white ball career for Australia. So, do you think now increasingly the IPL is becoming a batter's game, or you think that it's still evenly balanced?
I think because of the impact player, I think it has become a better scheme. I think when you look at 10 guys batting, and there are only five bowlers, there are four and a half bowlers sometimes some team has got. So I think it
Right.
has become a batter's game, and plus the flat wickets, small grounds. So I think it is dominating. One top edge is going for the sixes and boundaries. So I think it has become a batter's game. I feel that we need to look into it, that area, how the bowlers. How the bowlers get opportunity to bowl well and do well in IPL also, because when you look at the stats, one match he has given away 50 runs, second match okay he has given away 35 runs, sometime 45 runs. I think so. I think I don't know how the confidence of the bowlers must be in in IPL, because it is when you look at it, like some teams are scoring 280, 290, 286, 290. So I think. For bowlers, it is, of course, it is. I have a lot of sympathy for the bowlers. Like every time you see a bowler who doesn't bowl well, you always criticize him or something. He has not bowled well. But to bowl in the power play, the restricted areas, about 6 for 6 overs, it has become difficult. Plus, you bowl no ball or wide, you get punishment for that as well. So I think it is more dominating. Of course, cricket is a batters game, but this is too much of domination of the batters. That's what I feel. So I think it is going to affect, especially the spinners. Of course, the wrist spinners are involved, and I feel that there should be some challenging wickets. I feel that wickets should be challenging. That's what I feel in IPL. It's not only every time we get a flatter wickets, but wickets should be challenging a little bit for the fast bowlers, a little bit for spinners, a bit for the bowlers as well.
So, have you been happy with the wickets of this season, the IPL matches so far?
Yeah, a lot of people are criticizing about home advantage, all those things. Of course, you get to have home advantage, but one match, I think curator tries to make the best wicket. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's a nature. Sometimes with the weather conditions, the things changes. From you start from the first week of the tournament, and then the plot is been used for the domestic cricket, and that been overused also sometimes some of the venues. So I think it's not a fair call. I think you need to play with your strength. Of course, you take the home advantage. It's a home and away game, but I feel that should be we all teams should be all prepared. For that. To have that combination. If there's a turning track or ball is stopping and something is happening, I think we should be all prepared. I think they all are play international cricket, so they should know how to bat and bowl on this such type of wickets, and try to win the games. I think I believe that 150 or chasing 130 or 140, and if it's a very competitive match, I think that match is also very interesting. You're chasing 250
Correct.
and losing by 10 runs or 5 runs. That is also exciting. But I feel that 140 and somebody bowls well, then he gets you out 135. I think it's a super match.
Yeah.
It's a great match, and you get to see everything. Your temperament
Yeah.
shows your skills also. You can see somebody's skills also. So I think that whole thing you get a package in 140. You're defending 140. You know.
Right, right. So, according to you, what has stood out for you so far in the IPL this season itself? What has excited you the most?
I think some of the teams which have not done well, they are done very well. And they are showing that they are better equipped to all the venues. And they have good teams. Like Delhi and Punjab is doing very well. LSG is doing very well. So I think some of the teams are doing very well. RCB is trying to come up, doing very well. But these are the teams which are doing very well. But it's just a start. I think that now the important week is this week. This week is going to be very important week for all the teams. And I've seen that ups and downs. That sometimes some team has got a very good start, then they have gone down, in the second half. You know. So I think it's a bit early, but some of the teams really are doing outstanding performance. So I hope the top four four teams or five teams doesn't go away in early also in first 8 matches. They might go
Right.
ahead, big time. There'll be huge difference between the points then.
Right. The one thing that really stood out, and in fact, Prem and I were speaking on the last episode of Sport and Pastime, was the way you're seeing the new leadership that's coming through now. Shreyas is leading a team, Gill is leading a team, Pant is leading a team, even surprise package Akshar Patel is leading a team and doing a brilliant job. His team is still the only undefeated team. Is that also a look? You've been a chairman of selectors, so I'm sure you're always looking at it from that perspective. Are you also looking at this could be the season which will decide, in a sense, who's the next leadership group for Team India also?
I think it's a good. I think franchisee mindset has changed quite a lot. So I think they also realize sometime, you have the captains who are experienced, but sometimes they need to throw a towel on the youngsters as well. So and these guys have been playing cricket for a long time now. Rishabh Pant, Akshar Patel, Shubman Gill, it's not that they are new baby. They are not 1 years old, 2 years old, or Ruturaj Gaikwad. They've been playing for 6 years nearly. Or Akshar Patel has been playing for more number of years. So I think they are very mature. Shreyas Iyer as captain Delhi Capital. Now he went to KKR and won the championship. So he has done. They all have experience. Plus domestic cricket also their captain. So they have the experience, and they've been around in IPL. So I think it's a good call by the franchisee. They are trusting these young players, and they are doing very well. And this is a going to be new generations. Like we're talking about Zen Bold.
Hmm.
They have been going to be carrying the IPL flags, all over the world because these are the star captains going to be and mind well, Rishabh Pant as captain India as well. So I think Rishabh
Yes,
is already captain India. Akshar Patel is vice captain. Shreyas Iyer was
correct.
around. So I think they know about it. So plus the support staff, the franchisees understand the game well now. So earlier, the first 10 years, people didn't know what is going to happen, what was happening around. So all the franchisee owners knows what to get on the board. And that's what the
Right,
people are doing. And it has become very competitive now. And it's good for cricket, it's good for Indian
right.
cricket especially.
It is. Whose leadership has really excited you? The strategy or the leadership of any of the
I think
young who've taken over?
I think Shreyas has done really well. Shreyas has done very well. And uh, talking about uh, Akshar Patel, has done quite a good job, understanding. And I think he doesn't put any pressure on players. That's what I can see on the field. And
Correct.
smartly managing the players easily. So I think these two guys, Hardik, I forgot what name of Hardik. Hardik has done very well as a young
Yeah.
captain, won the championship for Gujarat, came into finals. Now he's leading Mumbai Indian team. So it's always challenging, when it's not easy for everyone because you are expected to do well because all the franchisee owners they put a lot of efforts, in they have a lot of meetings and communications going on all the time. So it's not easy. There is a pressure all the time. You're not leading the state team because state team you're selectors. You're dealing with selectors here. You're dealing with the management
Franchise.
also. So I think yeah,
Correct.
franchisee. So it's yeah. So the pressure is there, and yeah, everybody you're paid to do well. You're professional. So I think they expect also results like that.
Right, right. But tell me, what is happening with the Mumbai Indians? Are you surprised with the way the performance has been? The results have not gone their way, even though there have been good performances, some sensational debuts.
Yeah, I think see, they will come back. That's what I feel. I think the moment is always a slow startup. I think we should have won couple of games. Out of that. Out of what of the matches we lost, I think we were very pretty close. We should have won those games. Sometimes T20, it goes here and there. Like any team can come and beat you with a 20 overs game. You don't get to recover quickly because it's not a 50 overs game. You can recover in 50 overs game. But T20 will punish you. So I think small mistakes here and there, uh, it's always difficult to come back in the T20 format. So I think Mumbai Indians will come back. That's what I feel. Like I cannot comment much on the Mumbai Indians, but as a franchisee where I can, like I have to be careful what I'm talking about. Am I? Because yeah, because see, it's a team. We always believe it's a win together, we lose together. So I think it's a part of the journey, it's part of the process. And we'll come back strongly. I think we have a good team, and we have a lot of players like Rohit, Surya. Everybody is so matured, and everybody knows how to win the games. We won the championship quite a lot, you know.
Right,
So many trophies we have won, and the overall, I think just one good game, I think we'll come back on a track, and we are the most dangerous team. I think everybody knows about it, and when you
without
see
doubt.
the any franchisee team which is always want to beat Mumbai Indians, so I think the way they play against Mumbai Indians is not easy. So I think
Right.
definitely Mumbai will come back very strongly. That's what I feel.
Especially with Bumrah coming back, and you saw that it never looked like he went away. He was so good just in the first game that he came back. So of course, Mumbai Indians seems to be the most dangerous team. Once they get there, they get back to their winning ways. I think they're going to be unstoppable this season. But having spoken about Mumbai Indians, I wanted to talk to you about how the IPL franchisees now have franchise teams across the globe, across all leagues. Is there a chance you think that this will really proliferate, or how will this help Indian cricket? Or do you think that Indian players or Indian cricketers playing in those leagues will enhance the value of those teams across in South Africa, and now MLC is doing so well in the US?
I think see what BCC has taken a call. It's a good call. Actually, otherwise you'll be burning yourself. Because the amount
True.
of development BCCI puts in any young players. I think they do a lot of work. It's not just overnight. These guys have become stars. They have been starting from age of 14 to 15. Under
Correct.
19, they play for the state. They play the 23 and the Ranji Trophy. So BCCI put in a lot of efforts in that. So I think why we should give it away that easily to any other franchisee. So I think any of the other tournaments, I think BCCI has taken a proper call. That's what I feel, and it is helping. The IPL is helping our young cricketers. They are making their life out of it. They are doing very well. A lot of guys have played for India because from domestic cricket performance to IPL performance, that is carried in IPL also. So they are showcasing their talent, and when I look at Indian team is doing very well internationally also. So if you're going to the Australia, going to the England and playing all the franchisee cricket, is it going to help Indian cricket? I don't think so. I think they will be burning out. Like imagine any young fast bowler going and playing all the franchisee cricket. I don't think
It'll
he'll
be
give
too much.
100% in. I don't think they will give 100% in the Test cricket or one day cricket. Then, you know.
Right, right. Talking about Test cricket, Mr. More, I wanted to check with you that, I mean, of course, Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma are not going to play forever in the Test game. Indian cricket, Indian Test is always, is currently at crossroads. How do you see the Test team or India's Test uh, future when Rohit and Virat are gone?
I think Faisal, it's a cycle. It's something. There is a one team which does really well for another 5 years, 6 years. Then there's a time comes 1 or 2 years, and that's how the selector plays a very important role. So
Exactly.
I think it is a time now. I think where Indian team will have a tough time, but they will come back because we are getting a lot of youngsters. Who are doing very well. We're getting new bowlers. In the in that area also where boys are doing really well. So they will get the opportunities and they will become more mature. So I think you go through any of the test teams in the world. I think They have gone through this. One there's a era you'll always have about 5 years or 4 years or 5 years of domination of the Test cricket. Then suddenly time
Correct.
comes, everybody struggles. Then don't have fast bowler, you don't have a spinner. Now we had Anil Kumble, we had so many spinner Harbhajan Singh, we had so many spinners have done well, and where we dominated cricket also, because need to have bowlers who takes wickets in with the new ball, and then the spinner comes in, gets wickets in the old ball also, plus the guys who come finish in the last 6 wickets or 7 wickets, where the fast bowler comes back again, takes wickets also. So there's at the time we had Jawahar Srinath, Anil Kumble, Harbhajan Singh did so very well for India. So I think now, when you see Jadeja has done so well for India. Ashwin has done very well. Who's taken so many wickets and scored hundreds. Jadeja. They have been masterclass bowlers in India for winning Test cricket. So this phase
Correct.
has really come now. There will be another, like there will be Akshar Patel, there will be Kuldeep now. So we are not looking for ones. We already have now in the team. You know. So these are the two bowlers we already. Jadeja is still playing cricket, Test cricket. So I think
Correct.
we are enough bowlers. We need fast bowlers. So Bumrah is there, fast bowlers. Some of the Akashdeep and Akashdeep and what's his name, other guy. They all are doing
Siraj is
very well.
there, and
Siraj is doing very
Prasad
well. Yeah,
Harshit Rana is coming through the ranks.
Arshid Rana is coming, and Prasidh Krishna is there. So there are so many fast bowlers
Yes.
coming. Other young fast bowlers also doing very well in domestic cricket. So I think we are fine. There is always a phase. There will be time that youngsters, a lot of youngsters, Yashasvi Jaiswal, all our guys have done really well in Test cricket. So you
Yes.
might have one good season, then second season you might struggle, third season you might have. So they will improve definitely. So I feel that I think we are
Correct.
in a good position at the moment. And like when you compare to other countries, I think India is really well equipped for the Test cricket as well.
But have you seen a change in, earlier the ultimate dream used to be to get a test cap, for any player who was playing cricket at any level. Now it's like even if you get the IPL cap, that should be enough. I mean, and your scouting talent throughout the country and also overseas, do you see a change in ambition of the players, or is it that the burning desire is the same to play Test cricket for India? Because where is the next Virat Kohli or the Ajinkya Rane, the Cheteshwar Pujaras, and of course the Rahul Dravids and VVS Lakshmans going to come from? Because the dream is now IPL and the short format and the white ball format.
I tell you the fact, Faisal, I think it's people who talk like that, but I think out of 10, if you ask any players out of 10, there'll be 9 saying that I want to play Test cricket. And you ask any young guys, in IPL also, some of the young guys are playing. They want to play Test cricket. It's not like that they don't want to play Test cricket. So I think it's just people are saying that. I feel that I meet a lot of youngsters. So no, sir, I want to play for India. See, ultimate goal in anybody's cricketer's life, or he will be recognized playing for India, representing India, and doing well in Test cricket. T20 format, you might play 300 matches or 400 matches. Nobody will remember you. But Test match, if you do well, they'll always remember you. Like you represent India, you win the World Championship, win the World Cup, you win T20 World Cup. I think people always remember you. So I think a lot of cricketers have come and gone in IPL, but the guys who have done well for India, they are always remembered. So I think every cricketer, young cricketers we meet, I meet anywhere, they want to play for India. So it's not like that they don't want to play for India. They don't want to play Test cricket. They get opportunity. They want to play and do well for India.
Right. Also, let's talk about women's cricket. We saw you in the final in the dugout of Mumbai Indians, all tense right till the end. Tell us, how has that journey been from, being part of the men's team, being a selector, and then now looking at the immense talent that Indian cricket has, even in the women's format. How has that journey been for you?
See, I've been attached with the WPL the last 3 years. I think it's a eye opener for me, and especially I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot from the women's cricket. Tell you the fact that there are so many areas. You look at them and what they do, what their commitment is fantastic. Especially the Indian girls. They really come from the areas where You can't believe it, and what commitment they give you for their what sacrifice they do for their, for cricket. It is unbelievable. Their family, their commitment. I learned quite a lot, and they are very hungry, and they want to do well. They want to do well for their family. They want to make life out of it. They want to represent India. So their commitment is fantastic. I think IPL men's cricket has taken 10 years for our boys to mature. To do well. Like when you look at the IPL stats, most of the time the international players have done very well for first 10 years, in the men's cricket. And then the Indian cricket, Indian boys, when you look at this IPL, the Indian boys are dominating more than international players. So some of the
Correct.
franchises are playing three players internationals. So I think same thing will happen in women's WPL also. The women's Indian girls will start dominating WPL. At the moment, most of the international players are dominating. There are few Indian girls are dominating, but when you see the numbers will increase day by day, and there is a lot of talent. I think there are a lot of talented girls all over the country, and when you speak to them, it is it's a big eye opener, and it is unbelievable what commitment they have. Some of the girls they travel 3 hours, 4 hours in a day and go on to practice. They some of the girls they come from the villages, don't have any facilities, so they go to other state and stay in the hostel and practice. Do well. So a lot of people do that in everywhere, education part or in the men's also. But for the women to doing, sometime some girls they have got a single mother. So they don't have father. So that for them that commitment they show on the field and the off the field is unbelievable. So I think they are in good hands at the moment, because most of the franchisees are taking care of them. BCCI is really taking care of them. BCCI is, I think, among the tournaments, women's cricket play is unbelievable in domestic cricket.
Yeah.
They have under 50, they have under 15, they have under 19, they have under 23. They play Test cricket, T20 cricket, they play one days. So I think the BCCI is doing quite a lot, and plus with WPL coming up, I think it's going to help them quite a lot. I think financially, plus uh, they are rubbing shoulder with the international players also. You're playing with
Yeah.
the top international players, so they are going to learn quite a lot. And they are going to
And
be
the
when you see, watch
surprising
out,
part,
yeah, watch out that in future will soon become a World Cup winner.
yeah, I'm sure, and I hope for that. In fact, what is even more surprising is the viewership that it's getting and the interest that it's getting is unbelievable. I was reading some stats somewhere that the FIFA Women's World Cup got about half of what the first game of the WPL in 2025 got, the viewership. It was almost double of what the first FIFA game, women's FIFA game got. So that says a lot about the future viewership of women's cricket also, and that's really where the money will be, because the more viewership, the more sponsors, and that will just mean that there'll be higher pay packets for women's cricketers, and that will only help the game on the whole. Were you also surprised with that? Did that surprise you, the viewership?
Not really. I think every year I see it is growing quite a lot. I think BCCI are trying
Yeah.
to spread everywhere. This year we played at about four venues. We went to Bangalore, we went to Lucknow, we were in Baroda, and then we went to Bombay. So last year we played at Bangalore and Delhi. So I think Bangalore and Delhi just sold out. All the matches were sold out, and plus
Oh,
the viewership. Viewership is getting bigger and bigger. People are talking about it. I meet a lot of people at the airport. I meet a lot of people in the somewhere in the restaurant. The people come and talk about WPL, more than IPL now. I think that's a good sign for women's cricket in India, and that's good for the girls. I think our girls are benefiting it big time. And I think thanks to BCCI and the franchises.
right. Mr. Mori, before I let you go, you know, I'm sure you must have been asked this question a million times. In fact, I remember when I've interviewed you before, I've asked you. We've all seen that famous Javed Mirdad and your episode during the '92 World Cup. But what we and very few people know is what kind of a relationship did you share with him after that happened? Was there animosity or was that friendship? Because I read somewhere that you've actually invited you over for a meal and you guys till late in the
Yeah.
night were chatting away and all. Tell us a little bit about that.
So, Javed, they say India Pakistan always, like on the field you fight, you want to win the game, all the time. But off the field, I think India Pakistan, I think fantastic. We all the guys they gel so well, like Zahir Bhai had come to Bombay recently, I missed him actually. I was not well, and he was there. So he called me as a Kiran. This time I missed you actually. I did not call you, but I knew that he was in Bombay. And I was in Bombay, but I was not well, and that
Okay.
I'm in touch with him all the time, And Javed, like Javed Bhai is when I went to Pakistan 2004. He invited me for the dinner. I got a call, like, अरे तो किरण लाहौर आया है तो I think आज शाम को दावत करेंगे तो मैं myself दिलीप वेंगसरकर I think विशी भाई also was there. So we went to his house for dinner, तो शाम को हम लोग दावत पे गए थे. But I think one of the best nights I had. We discussed a lot of cricket. We talk about Imran Khan. We talk about a lot of Pakistan cricketers, former cricketers, Indian cricketers. But the dinner went till 3:30 in the morning, and it was
Correct.
hilarious, like, yeah, and Dilip Bhai was there. So I think Vishi Bhai, everybody, and we had a great time. That is the best part of the India-Pakistan cricket. Like today also, when you with this Pakistan India play matches, but off the field when you see on the ground and after the game, I think it's a different world altogether. So I think there's a lot to learn about it from that, So how the thing people behave on the field and off the field, it's just a cricket match, I think it's just a sport we play. But I think off the field, how when you go to Pakistan, how they love our musician, our Bollywood. They know everything about Delhi, Bombay, everything. Like So I think it's a people who love you there when you go to Pakistan. So I think
Right.
of course Javed Bhai dinner was one of the best dinners we had in Pakistan in 2004. I think very great host. But of course, like I have a lot of friends in Pakistan. It's not only Javed Bhai. I got a lot of friends. I speak to Moin Khan regularly, and there's some of the other cricketers. Like when you meet them, it's like a very warm. Zahir Bhai, I'm always in touch with him. One of the Pakistani cricketers, Abdul Rakib. His daughter has been named after me. My name. Kiran.
Oh
So we
wow. Oh
played,
wow.
yeah. So we played league cricket in England 1980, 80, 81. So I was as
Okay.
an amateur player. He played as a professional. He came to Pakistan, India in '79 tour with Iqbal Qasim. So Abdul
Okay.
Rakib. So we spent about 4 months together in one house. I used to do
Oh
cleaning and
wow.
washing and everything. They used to do cooking. They were professionals. I was amateur, but we spent 4 months. And we become a great friends. So when his daughter was born, so he named his daughter Kiran. So we are like
That's
a
very
family. So
sweet.
we are,
Wow.
yeah. His daughter is in USA. He's in Karachi. His sons are in England. So I think we are like a one family. Like we always wish each other on Holi, Diwali, or Eid and everything. We are first to wish each other. It's really like a family. Like you get a goosebumps. And we are still in touch with them regularly. So I think that's a great feeling. That's very important in life. How you look at it.
That's true. That's true, Mr. More. Mr. More,
Let's.
just before I let you go, what is your prediction? Who are the four teams? Which are the four teams that are going to make the playoffs?
I think Punjab is doing well. Delhi, Gujarat is doing well, and I think the fourth one is going to be Mumbai Indians. You'll get a surprise. Wait and
Amen to
watch.
that. Great. Great.
Right.
Let's hope your predictions come true. Thank you so much, Mr.
Right.
Murray, for being on the show. Thank you so much.
Right. Right.
Hit a long way. Out on the run is Larry. Oh!